everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today, I think my volume sounds a little bit better compared to my last video, and if you didn't see that last video, that live update, you should definitely go check it out. I'll link it below and above in little cards or whatever. But yeah, today I'm going to be doing kind of a springy get ready with me, which is kind of funny because it's the middle of February here, but since I'm in Nebraska, it was like 75 yesterday. It's going to be 65 today, so it is just beautiful right now. I hope my volume sounds okay. Still working on it. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right in. I'm kind of playing with how I set up my camera and my lighting and stuff. And yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and get ready, or at least start getting ready. I'm going to start with my L'Oreal Magic Luminate Primer right here. I'm just going to apply this all over the face. And I keep forgetting, like, it is so hard to apply anything with a band-aid on. But yeah, really nice little glowy primer, especially because my skin's been just a little bit drier with the dramatic weather change. Like, it went from 30s to like 40s to like 50s and 70s, and it's gonna still fluctuate probably until it gets more into spring. But yeah, and then okay, so I have that applied. I'm just going to use some of my Scandinavia setting spray, which I have in this little purple bottle. I'm just going to spray that to try to kind of like lock that in per se. Whew. But yeah, so today I've actually started like doing my foundation and concealer a little bit differently. I used to always apply my foundation first, then do my concealer, but lately I've noticed that what I really like doing is applying my concealer first. Because I noticed like my skin, I can do like a light medium coverage, but where I want my coverage, like my chin, blemishes, nose, under eyes, is where like I really need the coverage. So I only own one concealer right now, and it's my MAC Pro Longwear. I really want the Tarte Shape Tape, so I've been trying to get it on sale or something. Hasn't happened, it might not, but yeah. So this has been my favorite, like, really good coverage concealer, so I'm just going to apply that kind of with my fingers and blend it in with either my Real Technique sponge or just a brush. So I just kind of start right down that on my chin. I have like a little blemish scar. I do it like all above my lip area, and then I get it all over my lip because that's attractive. Then I put it down my nose and around my nose because that's where I get red. Then I just take a little bit more for my under eyes. So by the time I'm filming this, I'm actually almost 28 weeks pregnant, and yeah, I know, big news, right? So I'm just looking down in my mirror so I can apply this. If you did not know that, you should definitely go check out that life update, because I kind of talk about, like, that's the reason why I haven't been filming and recording as much, because I've been so busy. Like, we've been so busy, whether it's getting nursery stuff or just other things around our house, getting them cleaned. We had our gender reveal shower thing, which was a lot of fun. And yeah, so we've been crazy busy. That's why I really haven't like uploaded lately. I just haven't had the time trying to reorganize everything. But things have started to slow down just a little bit, because we're one of those people that we don't want to wait till the third trimester, you know, to do everything. We like to kind of try to plan ahead a little bit, because my husband has a very type A personality. And I like to try to be as organized as possible. And so, yeah, we did a lot of stuff early. Like, we got her nursery furniture at like, we went shopping for maybe 8 to 10 weeks or 12 weeks, which I know is super early because you're still kind of in that danger zone. But I mean, I'm one of 4 kids. I'm really healthy, so haven't had any problems, almost 28 weeks. But yeah, we're also one of those people that wanted to get her furniture that, like, we didn't want to get like the $200 crib and stuff, like the super flimsy stuff that we could shake really easily. We wanted to get her something like solid wood and sturdy. So we got her this brand by like Stone & Lee. It came with like a dresser, a nightstand, and the crib's convertible, so it can change into a toddler and a normal bed. And we know kids can chew on stuff, so if we need to, we'll just get a rail guard to cover that up, or we'll just suck it up and not care, because I mean, we don't necessarily care about that, since that crib's got to be for that kid and that kid only. Because we wanted stuff that, you know, we could think to the future, only have to buy bedding once, buy it right, yada, yada, yada. And now I'm going to go in with my Tarte Rainforest 50C foundation now that I've got that concealer blended in. I have this in the shade Fair Neutral. But yeah, anyways, so we got that super early. And yes, I know everybody has kind of a different opinion on, you know, how you should do your furniture and stuff. I think it, you know, just depends on what you decide on as a couple, or if you're a single parent, what you feel right doing. You know, because the reason I don't feel bad about doing some of the things the way we did, even though it's more expensive, is because we, you know, we make those decisions together. But yeah, so we've got a lot of her nursery stuff set up. And we're actually getting a bunch of stuff from my husband's coworker who had a little girl, so I'm super excited about that. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this foundation in now. I don't know. But yeah, if you haven't seen that update and this is a huge shock, definitely go watch that. And I'm super excited because I'm actually gonna have a recent haul video come up. And I would do like maternity hauls, but for me, since I'm such a petite person, I just haven't needed a lot of maternity clothes, you know? Some of my stuff, like, before, I liked stuff that I could wear, like, dressed up or down, which, that's a terrible explanation, but, like, I don't always wear super tight clothing. I used to be, like, a size 2-ish. I've never worn super tight clothing. Like, literally never. I like stuff that's just a little more flowy, a little more loose, because it's just more comfortable. So because of that, half my stuff I can still wear through my pregnancy, like, everything I'm wearing today is not maternity clothes. Now, as far as fit goes, the only thing I really had to change, and sorry if this is TMI, is just really getting bigger bras. And either, I have like 2 pairs of maternity jeans, but honestly, sometimes I'm either wearing leggings, because I'm a teacher, or I just put a ponytail through my jeans that are, because, you know, you always have some jeans that are a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. So I have a couple pair of jeans that were too big pre-pregnancy, so I've been wearing those a lot lately. And that's actually what I'm wearing today. Okay, I think that's nice and blended in. But yeah, so I'm just wearing that. And I'm going to go ahead and set my face with my powders. I'm going to grab a brush over here. This is just my Rimmel Stay Matte and translucent. But yeah. So yeah, now I'm coming up on 28 weeks here. And today, what are we doing today? Today we are actually going to, I think we're running some errands, going to the Container Store, just to look at, you know, different baby storage stuff, things like that. Baby storage, let me think. I'm trying to think what else we're doing. We might go to this little fundraiser for one of my close friend's daughters that was just recently in the hospital, but she's doing a lot better. So we might be going to that. Sorry if that was really loud. And now I'm just going to go over the rest of my face with MAC Studio Fix pressed powder in NW15. And I just do this kind of lightly all over my skin just to kind of set everything and make it like a little more matte, but honestly just looks very smooth. And it sets the skin nicely, and it has just a little bit of coverage to it. I mean, you could definitely build this up if you wanted to. But yeah. So I'm kind of wondering, like thinking about, you know, everything, if I would like want to do a nursery tour whenever I'm done with everything and getting closer, or like what's in my hospital bag, things like that. I'm just gonna feel, yep, that feels good. Like hospital bag. What other kind of videos are there that I could possibly do? Let's see. I'm like trying to think out loud while I'm talking to you. It's going so well, right? Oh no, there we go. I like one out of frame. I should probably be careful about that. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and Light Bronze. Love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. It's so light, but it's like, just gives you a nice little glow. And it's not too dark and it's not too much. I like it. And this is so light that I really feel like, I know I'm being sloppy, but I feel like I can be sloppy with this bronzer. I'm just going to grab my little mirror here. But yeah, let's see here. I'm kind of wondering if I should like start a vlog channel about being a new mommy. I know there's a million out there, but who knows? Oh, but oh my gosh. So I was on Amazon yesterday and I was just like looking for, you know, little black dress stuff. And I came across this one. It's like a onesie with these really cute black ruffles and little sequins and a pink bow on it. It says this is like my little black dress. And I sent it to my husband. And it was like $10. I was like, how cute is this? He's like, you should get it. So I ordered that. But yeah, I'm super excited because I think she'll look adorable in it. And yeah, I just have bronzer on. For my blush today, I'm actually going to use I think this is the Tarte Bling It On palette. It's one of their holiday palettes. And since I'm wearing this like kind of striped shirt, I'm going to go in with this beautiful like almost sparkly peachy shade called Beaming. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It's right here. It's funny because usually I'm not into like peachy, corally blushes or anything, but I actually really like this one. And I love this blush palette because like the blushes are so soft and you get a lot of blushes and there's so many different colors. And I just think they're beautiful and soft and pretty. Yeah. I like that a lot. Alright, now for my highlight. I think, what did I get out today? Oops. I have to move a couple things around here. So sorry for the background noise, and I hope you can't hear my laundry going either. I've gotten really good at doing laundry early in the morning when like my husband's asleep without waking him up, so I feel really proud of myself. I'm just going to grab that same brush that I used for powder earlier, and this is Becca Champagne Pop. Slightly golden. And it can look too dark, but I think as long as I use a light hand, it can just look nice and glowy, and if I need to, I can go within a lighter highlight if I need to. But I'm just going to take a little bit and, buff it on the high points of my face. And then if I need to, I'll take my Real Technique sponge if I think it looks like too much. I don't use this highlight all this often because I am so fair, but I do think that it looks nice whenever I can get myself to use it. It's like one of those things like you spent your money on it because there was so much hype, and then you're like, okay, this is not bad, but you're like not always a super big fan of it, which I know sounds terrible, but yeah. I'm going to take my e.l.f. contour palette now, and I'm just going to tap into those lighter shades above, just to kind of go on my forehead to brighten a little bit, and then down my nose. I just do it kind of in the center of my face, basically everywhere but where I put all my cheek products. But I do it in a very light layer just to kind of, it just gives skin a really nice finish, I think. Alright, I'm going to do my brows next, and the way I've been doing these lately is with a couple of different products. First I go in with this NYX Nude Matte Shadow in the shade Trist, NMS07. And I like this. Actually, I'm just going to slightly brush them out really quick. I just like it because I realized I'm not a huge fan of like really waxy pencils because I don't have that much brow. And I like to use this with this like e.l.f. lip defining brush. I know. I love it though. It works so well. So I just get a little bit of the product on there. And then I kind of start at the front of my brows and kind of start to darken them. Because my hair is, on the darker side, but my brows are so light and they're kind of sparse. So I use this to kind of darken and lightly fill them in, just to make it look like I actually have brows. And yes, I am kind of sloppy with this, partially because I normally have a light right next to my face, but it's kind of up there right now to help with the lighting situation. But yeah, this I don't know. I think I'm one of those people that likes to go with an eyeshadow and then go in with that in a mixture like a pencil, because that's been my routine the past couple weeks. And I really actually like it a lot. Because I've always tried to get away with only using one brow product, but I just don't think it works for my brows. Does anybody else feel like that? But yeah. Alright. Now what I like to do is this product I've been trying out. It's the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Crayon. I just have it in the shade Brunette, I think. Let's see, does it say on here? I don't know if it does, but I've been going with this, I can't push too hard because then I think it clumps my brows together. But I do this just to give them a little bit more depth. Because my brows always look very, very, very soft, which isn't a bad thing. But yeah, a little more depth. Just to almost have them because I feel like my brows look better when they almost have two different tones to them. So the eyeshadow is a little bit softer, a little bit lighter, and then I go in with this. And then I can use the spoolie I used, or I'll just use this side and kind of, brush those out. And this is not a precise brow day. This is a very sloppy, lazy brow day. Very rarely do I really outline my brows and fill them in. If I have time, I will, but not feeling it today. Feeling lazy. I'm going to move some of my brushes back over here without losing my camera focus, hopefully. Okay, now what I like to do is, I don't do this every day, but I like to take my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper, and I just have this in light to medium. And I just take this kind of on the front of my brows right here. Because if I don't, those hairs will move around, and then it'll look like I didn't fill in my brows when I did. So, honestly, like, I don't brush it through. I just kind of pat it on there to hold them down. Now, I'm going to do my eyes next, I think. So I'm going to start with some eyeshadow primer. I'm going to carefully move everything out of the way. Where did I put my eyeshadow primer? There it is. Sorry for the loudness. So lately, I've just been going back and forth with the Milani eyeshadow primer. Been trying to get the hang of this stuff. I also use my e.l.f. Shadow Lock Primer, which is fantastic. It's like $2. And then my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. But I mean, this one apparently is really good, so I've been trying to use it, and I do like it. But I also have like a love affair with my e.l.f. one because it's so cheap and it just does what everything else does. So I'm like, why spend the money? Like, I know it's only like $5 or $6, and I'm like, nah. Alright, so once that's on there, I think today I'm going to use my MAC Cool Neutrals palette, which looks like this. Because, I don't know, I kind of just want to go for a softer makeup look today, and I definitely think these shadows can do that for you. Alright, so to begin with, I need, what do I need? I'm going to use, I think this e.l.f. blending brush, unless I can find another flat brush. But I think this will do the job just fine. Oh, wait, hold on. That's my Equal Tools brush. What's this? e.l.f. Yeah, my e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. And I'm just going to kind of mix these two light shades. It's a light pink and a beigey shade. I'm just going to get a little bit on my brush. And then I'm just going to use this to set my primer. And sometimes I wonder if this is kind of redundant since I do the whole concealer and powder thing, but I don't know. I feel like whenever I didn't get quite enough coverage, or if I just want to have a very specific base on my eye, it's good to do that. Or it's just part of my routine because I do it with everything. So this just kind of sets my primer and gives my eyes a nice light base. Now, I'm going to go in with kind of like this very light taupey beigey shade. And now I'm going to use my e.l.f. blending brush because I'm going to try to kind of like build up my crease just a little bit, but not too much. I just want a little bit of contour depth there. And this is a very, very soft shade, so I feel like it can do that well. Yeah, I'm liking this. I haven't used this palette in a while, so I think I'm liking it. It kind of depends on, the look I want. If I want a soft neutral look, I think it's good to go for a palette like this. But if I want like something where the colors are more like, not to say pigmented, but I don't know, sometimes pigmented, I guess. It depends on like the formula of the shadow. I really like my Lorac Pro palette. Too Faced Stardust Vegas May, love that palette. It's fantastic. But yeah, I found it weird. Like, I do not like a lot of the Too Faced palettes. Like, I literally used to own the chocolate bar, and I gave it away. I think I just didn't like how the colors looked on my eyes. So I gave it away to one of my friends, and she's been using that. I'm really liking this. It's nice and soft, but it gives you just a little bit of that definition. I really like that, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to take just a nice flat eyeshadow brush from Palladio, however you say it. I think I'm going to go into this nice, really soft shade right here. It's got a sheen to it. It's just this like almost pinky beige color with a slight sheen. Really nice. I'm just going to use it to slightly like brighten up my lid. Yeah, I really like that. This is like a perfect, really nice, soft and girly, almost natural makeup look. Now, what I want to do is I want to deepen that crease, but not too much. So I'm still going to take the same shade I was using, but I'm going to mix it with this brown shade up here and just very, very carefully build it up. So I just want a little bit more definition, but I don't want it to go super smoky and dark. So I'm going to try to be very, very careful as I do this. Kind of like in the outer part of my eye, and then up into my crease a little bit. Ooh, yes, there we go. I'm not gonna do that. Yes, girl, I don't do that. That's weird. Small YouTubers that don't do weird stuff. Woo! Alright. And I feel like this brush also helps with it a lot because, you know, I don't know. It kind of blends it out as you wear it so you can't like over apply it. But if you do, I mean, you can always go in and just lighten it up a little bit. But I'm really liking the way this is coming out. And I'm trying to make my eyes match as best I can. That probably won't happen. Because, like, you know how your eyes are always slightly different shaped? And so you try to get them to match, but you're like, yeah, that's not happening today. That's okay. Alright. I'm just tilting my head so I can get slightly more natural light. Because I do have a window over there. And I have a lamp in front of me and then the light's behind me, so. Don't have any studio lights, but I do try. I do try. Alright, then I'm just going to add a little bit more of that kind of peachy sheen shade to my lid. Alright, I think I like that because I don't want to put too much stuff because I always try to do like, you know, the lighter look and then it just goes downhill. And now just in case there was any fallout, I'm going to take just a nice powder brush or something and just kind of sweep away to make sure there was nothing that fell out, which I don't think there was, and if there was, it was so subtle you can't see it. Yeah, I really like that. Alright, now for my lips. Since I have this corally shade and I'm soft makeup look, I'm so excited. I'm going to do kind of more like a bright corally lip. Let's see here. I want to start with this e.l.f. matte pencil in the shade Dash of Pink, and then I'm going to add something over from another palette. This is kind of like using as a lip liner to base. Oh, this is gorgeous. Pretty. Now that you can see it. Because I don't have the best camera. I wish I did though. I would love a better camera. Okay, now I have this. I'm going to honestly take kind of an angled brush for my lips. I'm going to go into my Shan XO Beauty palette and go on the lipstick side. And I'm going to use this beautiful, beautiful bright corally shade right here. And I don't know, I haven't used this in a while. I actually never used this color. I just kind of want to experiment today. Okay, yeah, so this is very similar to the e.l.f. one. So I could probably have gotten away with just one if I really wanted to. Alright, I'm going to call it good. Oh my gosh, now I need to do my eyes. I'm going to start with doing my little waterline with my Rimmel just nude pencil, just to brighten it up. Now I do wish I had kind of a white pencil since I am so fair, but that's okay. Now, let's see, what do I want to do for liner? I think I'm going to do a little bit of liquid liner. I don't think I'm going to do wing, but I just want to kind of line my eyelids with this black shade. Just to create a little bit of definition there. That'll work. That'll work. Okay, now I'm going to do the other side. This one's always harder for me. Like, I feel like I have to hold my pencil this way. Oh no! I'll fix that later. Yeah. Struggles of doing eyeliner when you have weird shaped eyes. Hashtag! Alright, I'm stopping while I'm ahead. Stopping while I'm ahead. Okay. Now, I don't know if actually, you know what I want to do? Just for the bottom line, like I want to take just a little bit of that dark brown shade and just use eyeshadow to put a little bit of definition on the lower lash line. Just so it's not completely bare with that black. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Because then it just kind of ties everything together just a little bit more. All right, now I'm going to go in and curl my lashes. And this is just a Revlon lash curler that I've literally had for years. Years. You know what I actually want to do? I want to grab a highlight from back here. This is my L'Oreal Portofino highlight because it's like a white gold. And I just want to add a little bit to like the very high points of my cheekbones. And I'm going to use this little e.l.f. brush. Maybe a little on the bridge of my nose. So I feel like this mixes well and might give just a little bit more brightness. Like that would be better suited for my skin tone. Yeah, I like that. Not too much, just a little bit. Now, gonna go with mascara. I'm gonna start with CoverGirl Clump Crusher. I feel like I always rush myself doing this on camera, and then remember that I can take my time and then speed it up in editing. Oh no, done with that. Oh, so does everybody know about, I just remember this, like speaking of like makeup and makeup brushes, so Emily Noel talked about like that brand from Walmart that came out with those like rainbow metallic purple to green to blue like brushes that are like a dupe for the Artiste brushes. I'm wondering if those are super new because I really want to get my hands on them, but my Walmart doesn't carry them, and I don't know if any other drugstores do, but I really would like to get a hold of them because I don't want to pay, like, I'm not paying a bunch of money for an Artiste brush, but if those are pretty decent, I mean, why not? Like, I'm an e.l.f. brush lover, so I obviously have no problem with inexpensive brushes, but yeah. Alright, now I'm going to go on with this little mini Clinique high impact mascara, like, brush. Yeah, it looks like that. I just like to put this over top. I don't know if this really does anything for my lashes, but I have a thing for going through a lot of mini mascaras. And this one seems to build okay. I think it's more of a wet mascara, which can actually help when you're building up your mascaras. Because dry mascaras I don't always think build well on each other. So it's good to have that extra, moisture in your mascara. Or is it just me? Maybe it is. I don't know. Okay. I think I'm going to call that good. Let's see. Yep, looks like we did the whole face. Perfect. I'm liking it. Let's see. As I cover you up, I'm just going to respray with this. And then go on and just kind of press that in with my sponge. Just to make sure everything is nice and set, because I do like to do that after I take a shower in that. Make sure there's no caking, and yeah. I'm going to take my hair down. So this is pretty much the finished look. It's just a nice, everyday kind of soft, springy, girly makeup look because it's got kind of that bright lip and that nice, pretty, like, goldeny, white gold highlight. I really, really like it. And I actually really, really like that look I came up with my MAC palette. It's really, really pretty. So yeah, definitely go check out the last video if you have not. Please like this video if you like just random get ready with me. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!